Every straw hat sails with a dream, a promise that pushes them through storms, sea kings, and chaos itself. But not all dreams are equal. Some aim to change the world, and some just want to stop running away from it. And that's where our sniper comes in. Usopp, the man whose greatest enemy might just be his own knees. Become a brave warrior of the sea. Usopp's dream might be the smallest on paper, but that's exactly what makes it shine. He's not chasing treasure, forbidden history, or a mythical ocean. He just wants to be something he's always struggled to believe he could be. A brave warrior of the sea.
This is my ultimate goal. This right here. To be a brave warrior like each of these titans. Really though, someday I will be a proud warrior of the sea.
From the beginning, Usopp has been a contradiction. A liar who tells stories about the hero he hopes to become. He lies not to deceive, but to speak to his future self. Every tall tale is a message to the Usopp he dreams of being one day. His dream might sound small next to the others, but it's deeply human. He doesn't need to uncover forbidden history or topple legends. He just wants to be brave enough to stand his ground. And then, somehow, his lies start coming true. He says he'll be a great warrior, and one day, the world starts believing him. Dressrosa takes one impossible shot, and suddenly, the man who always ran away becomes a legend. That's what makes Usopp's dream beautiful. It isn't about strength or glory. It's about growing into the hero he's always pretended to be. Usopp's dream is the easiest on paper, but the most relatable in spirit. Because deep down, every Straw Hat fan has a little Usopp inside them. Scared, doubting, but still dreaming of becoming someone braver. And maybe that's why when Usopp finally calls himself a true warrior of the sea, we'll all feel like we made it too. But while Usopp's dream is about finding courage within himself, the next one comes from a man who's been searching for something, or someone, waiting on the other side of life and death itself. Reunite with Laboon. Brook's dream is among the purest, and one of the most heartbreaking. He doesn't seek fame, power, or glory. His goal is to keep a promise made decades ago. Return to Reverse Mountain and see Laboon again. Before death, Brook was just a musician sailing with his family, the Rumbar Pirates. But when the Rumbar Pirates fell to poison in the Florian Triangle, Brook's soul drifted for a year before finding his body again. Nothing left but bones and an afro that refused to die. And even then, his first thought wasn't fear. It was Laboon, the little whale waiting at the edge of the world. Brook's dream doesn't chase glory or secrets buried in history. It's simple. Survive long enough to keep a promise. And that's what makes it so human and so devastating. Because surviving in the new world isn't easy, even for a man who's already died once. Brook's journey isn't just about discovery. It's about holding on to your purpose, your friends, and your music, no matter how much time passes. In many ways, Brook embodies the entire spirit of the Straw Hats. He's proof that even after death, a dream doesn't fade. As long as someone remembers it, it lives on. That's why he smiles through every battle, every setback, every lonely night aboard the Sunny. When that reunion finally happens, when Laboon sees a familiar ship on the horizon and hears that same song echo across the waves, it will be the emotional peak of Brook's life. A promise fulfilled not just in words, but in will. Brook's dream might not shake the world, but emotionally, it might hit harder than all the others. A story about keeping faith, no matter how much time or even death stands in your way. And while Brook's dream is about reunion, the next Straw Hat's dream is built on creation. A craftsman who already built his dream with his own hands, but now must protect it until the very end. Sail the dream ship to the end of the Grand Line. Franky's dream isn't spoken, it's hammered into steel. He doesn't want to change the world, he wants to build something that can conquer it. And he already has, the Thousand Sunny, the ship that carries the world's freest crew. When Franky said he wanted to build a ship that could sail to the end of the Grand Line, It wasn't just about blueprints and wood. It was about legacy, carrying on Tom's will by building a ship strong enough to outlive its own creator. And that's exactly what makes Franky's dream different from the others. He's already completed the hardest part. The Sunny is a masterpiece, a ship so advanced it can survive the seas of the New World, powered by cola and built with love. Now, Franky's dream is to keep that ship alive, through storms, cannon fire, and the madness of the New World.
There we go. Combining the power of our air cannon with the durability of the atom wood, I've made an emergency acceleration device. I'll pound some manners into you.
Franky! Go!
Here it goes!
We're all gonna die!
But what makes Franky's dream special is that it's not just his, it's tied to everyone else's. The Sunny isn't just a ship, it's a floating symbol of the crew's dreams combined. Every scar it takes, every repair Franky makes, tells the story of a family pushing forward together.
待っていた。
おめえ、そこで何を？
任務完了だ。
Beneath the steel and swagger, there's heart, because Franky's not chasing fame or a personal title. He just wants to see his ship reach the place his mentor dreamed of. It's not ego, it's gratitude. A promise paid forward in steel and sweat. So while his dream might not seem as impossible as others, it's still a battle against the world itself. Storms, monsters, and fate. Franky's dream will only come true if everyone's does. And speaking of impossible battles, the next dream belongs to a man who walks the path of pure combat. No politics, no mystery, no grand invention. Just one sword, one rival, and one promise to become the greatest. Become the world's strongest swordsman. Zoro's goal cuts clean. Simple in words, brutal in reality. To become the greatest swordsman in the world. Not one of the greatest. Not strong enough. The best.
約束しろ。いつか必ず俺かお前が世界一の剣豪になるんだ。バカ、弱いくせに。
It's a dream that started long before the Straw Hats were even a thought. Back in Shimotsuki village, when a young swordsman lost to a girl named Kuina over and over again. After her death, Zoro turned grief into resolve. To carry both their wills and climb the mountain of swordsmanship alone. Unlike the others, Zoro's path is brutally straightforward. There's no mystery to solve, no ancient history to uncover. There's just one man standing between him and his goal. Dracul Mihawk, the current world's strongest swordsman.
負けた。俺が負けるなんて考えたこともなかった。
何を？
背中の傷は剣士の恥だ。
見事。
And that first defeat wasn't humiliation, it was baptism by steel. Zoro saw the gap between dreams and reality and chose to bridge it with pain, blood, and unbreakable will. That's what separates Zoro from almost everyone else. His dream is forged entirely in combat, but even as his journey continues, the weight of his dream grows heavier. He's not just chasing his own ambition anymore. He carries the pride of Luffy's crew too. At Thriller Bark, Zoro proved it when he took all of Luffy's pain onto himself and never told a soul. For a man chasing greatness, that was the moment he reached something even higher. Selflessness.
おい、あの七部会どこに？
なんだこの血の量は！おめえ生きてんのか？あいつはどこだ？ここで何があった？何もなかった。
The irony of Zoro's dream is that it's both simple and brutal. There's no shortcut, no hidden truth, no politics. Only a blade, a rival, and a lifetime of training. He must not only surpass Mihawk, he must survive a world filled with monsters strong enough to crush mountains. Zoro's dream isn't about strength for its own sake. It's about honor, promise, and pride. The will to become the world's greatest, not to dominate others, but to stand beside his captain as his strongest swordsman. And while Zoro's dream is one man's struggle against the limits of strength, the next dream belongs to someone fighting a very different kind of battle. Not against a person, but against centuries of prejudice, pain, and history itself. True equality between humans and fishmen. Jinbei's dream has nothing to do with treasure or fame. It's about something rarer, peace. A world where humans and fishmen stand as equals. No fear, no chains, no hate. Born in the slums of Fishman District, Jinbei grew up seeing the scars of slavery, the hatred that ran both ways, and the cycle of revenge that kept his people trapped beneath the surface. When he joined Fisher Tiger's Sun Pirates, it wasn't for battle's sake. It was to prove his people deserved the same sunlight as everyone else. But after Tiger's death, that dream shattered into fragments. Hatred replaced hope, and even the Sun Pirates split apart, some choosing vengeance, others clinging to the idea of coexistence. Jinbei carried that burden for years, trying to bridge the two sides while serving under the world government as a Shichibukai. His dream is political, moral, and deeply human. He dreams of a world where a child from Fishman Island can stand in the sunlight without fear or labels. But that world can only exist if the entire system changes. The end of discrimination, the end of slavery, and maybe even the end of the world government as it stands. And that's why Jinbei's dream ranks among the hardest in the seas. He's not fighting a single enemy. He's fighting the weight of history itself. He knows it might take generations for the world to change, but he still believes in it. That's what makes him so different from most idealists. He's patient, grounded, and willing to give everything for a dream he might never live to see.
どちらさんもお引きなすって手前小国と発しますは海底の国竜宮王国魚人街方々のお兄さんとお姉さん方に厄介をかけながらこの度麦わらの親分さんに杯をいただく駆け出し者でござんす人呼んで
In a way, Jinbei's dream completes Fisher Tiger's and Queen Otohaime's legacy. It's not about tearing down the world, it's about rebuilding it on better terms. And if that day ever comes, when fishmen walk freely beneath the same sun as humans, it'll be because of Jinbei's unshakable will. Jinbei's dream may be about uniting the races, but the next Straw Hat's dream reaches even further, to unite the entire world itself. A cartographer chasing the impossible. A navigator who wants to see it all. Draw a map of the entire world. Nami's dream sounds simple, to chart the world itself. But in the world of One Piece, that's like saying you want to map a storm that never ends. Oceans that defy logic, islands that rewrite the rules of physics. That's the scale of her ambition.
That's right! I'm gonna guide ships around all the oceans of the world. It'll be great! And I'll be able to make maps of all the far-off places I'll go!
From the start, Nami's relationship with maps has been emotional, not just technical. Every line she draws is another step away from Arlong Park, proof that her hands now serve her own dream, not someone else's greed. But her dream isn't just about freedom, it's about understanding. She wants to know the world in its entirety, not through rumors or legends, but through her own eyes. That means traveling to every corner of the globe, from Yonko territories to islands where compasses go insane. Each new island challenges her in a different way. The climate, the currents, the log poses, all of it makes the Grand Line nearly unchartable. Yet Nami treats every storm like a puzzle, every weather pattern like an adventure waiting to be drawn. Unlike most of her crewmates, Nami's dream could last a lifetime. It won't end when they reach Laugh-Tale. To truly map the world, she'll have to see every sea, every island, every mystery the world has to offer, including places humanity hasn't even rediscovered yet. But what makes her dream beautiful is how it ties back to freedom. Mapping the world isn't about control, it's about connection. It's her way of saying, I've seen this world, and it's worth protecting. Nami's dream sits near the top of the difficulty scale because it requires more than courage or skill. It demands endurance. To survive the sea that even the Navy fears. To face legends, emperors, and tempests. And still hold on to that spark of curiosity. That's the mark of a true navigator. But while Nami seeks to chart the world, the next Straw Hat is trying to uncover it. To dig beneath the lies and censorship of 800 years of silence and find the truth the world government would kill to keep hidden. Discover the true history. Robin's dream isn't just dangerous, it's forbidden. She wants to uncover the true history, the lost story of the Void Century, the century the world government erased from existence. Her dream isn't about glory or treasure, it's about knowledge, and in this world, that might be the most dangerous treasure of all. From the time she was 8 years old, Robin was marked for death. Her crime? Being able to read the ancient language? The world didn't want her to know the truth because the truth could destroy it.
今回の犠牲の全てが無駄になる。
Robin's dream started in tragedy. Her entire island burned so that knowledge could be buried. But even as she escaped alone, she carried the will of her mother, the will of Clover, and the hope of O'Hara that one day someone would uncover the true story of the world. What makes Robin's dream so difficult isn't the journey itself. It's what it represents. Each poneglyph she seeks is hidden in forbidden places, ancient ruins, Yonko territories, and islands swallowed by time. Reading them isn't the challenge, reaching them is. But the danger doesn't stop there. Her dream threatens the world's greatest power structure, the world government. The more she learns, the closer she gets to the secret that could turn the entire system upside down.
私も一緒に海へ連れてって
That moment in Eni's lobby changed everything. For the first time, Robin wasn't chasing the truth alone. Now, her dream isn't just for O'Hara, it's for the friends who saved her life and gave her a reason to keep uncovering that truth. When she finally reaches the Rio Poneglyph, she'll do what her people died trying to do. Piece together the true history of the world, and when that happens, the lies that built the current age will collapse like the ruins she spent her life studying. Nico Robin's dream isn't just one of the hardest in One Piece, it's one of the most important, because if knowledge is freedom, then she's chasing the key that could set the whole world free. While Robin seeks to uncover the truth of the past, the next Straw Hat chases something far more mysterious, a sea that may not even exist, a cook who wants to find the ocean where all the world's fish meet. Find the All Blue. Sanji's dream is one of legend. He wants to find the All Blue, a sea where fish from every ocean come together, a place chefs whisper about like it's a fairy tale and sailors laugh off as a myth. But for Sanji, it's real, because dreams don't need proof to exist. The All Blue represents everything Sanji loves, the ocean, cooking, and freedom. It's the one thing that ties his childhood on the floating restaurant to his journey with the Straw Hats. When he cooks, he's not just feeding his crew, he's chasing that one perfect flavor from the Sea of Dreams. His dream's mystery lies in its silence. No one knows where the All Blue hides, or if it ever did. Not even the greatest navigators or explorers have found a clue. The Grand Line bends reality itself, but Sanji still believes the All Blue is out there, waiting. Some believe it could only exist if the seas unite, if the barriers that divide the world's oceans are destroyed, which means Sanji's dream might depend on a complete reshaping of the planet, possibly after the Red Line itself falls. But that's the kind of dream made for Sanji. While others chase power or knowledge, he chases joy itself. The art of feeding people and healing hearts through taste. Every time he lights his cigarette and steps into the kitchen, he's fighting for that dream. To create something that unites people, not divides them. That's why the All Blue is so fitting. It's not just an ocean, it's a symbol of harmony. The All Blue might be a myth, but Sanji lives it every day. Because wherever he cooks, the crew eats together. Different people, different races, one table. That's the All Blue in motion. And while Sanji searches for a sea of unity, the next dream belongs to the man steering the entire voyage. The one who doesn't just chase freedom, but the throne that represents it. Become Pirate King and achieve his true dream. Luffy's dream is the one that started everything. But it's not the one most people think. To the world, he shouts a simple declaration that he'll become the Pirate King.
So, what about you, Luffy? What was it that first got you to set sail on these seas?
Well, I'm gonna be king of the pirates!
But for Luffy, becoming Pirate King isn't about ruling the seas or commanding others. It's about reaching the one place no one else has reached since Gol D. Roger. Because only there can he achieve the dream he's carried since childhood. Pirate King isn't the destination, it's the key. His real dream, the one Roger shared with his crew, the one Ace and Sabo reacted to with disbelief, is something far wilder, something only Luffy would say with a straight face. It's so outrageous that people don't just doubt him. They laugh, they're stunned, they're speechless. And yet, that's what makes his dream uniquely Luffy. It's not about treasure, power, or fame. It's about joy, freedom, and a world where everyone can share in something that feels impossible. But to reach that point, he must first complete the greatest journey in history. Find the One Piece, reach Laugh Tale, and surpass every force the world has created to stop him. Every admiral, every Yonko, every tyrant standing in the way is just another obstacle between Luffy and the dream he refuses to explain. What truly defines Luffy's dream isn't the battles he wins, it's the people he frees. From Skypia to Dressrosa to Wano, he brings down those who steal freedom from others. He doesn't fight to dominate the world. He fights because everyone deserves to smile beneath the same sky. And the closer he gets to Laugh Tale, the clearer it becomes that his true dream isn't just personal. It's something meant to be shared. A dream so big it could unite the whole world in joy. Just like Roger once hoped, Luffy's real dream stands near the top of the difficulty scale because it requires more than strength. It requires changing the world, breaking its limits, reaching its end, and laughing at the impossible. Becoming Pirate King is only step one. Achieving the dream behind it, that's where the true challenge begins. But if Luffy's dream is to conquer the sea and uncover its truths, the final Straw Hat's dream is to conquer something even more complex. Not the world's oceans or history, but the limits of life itself. The doctor who wants to cure every disease in existence. Tony Chopper. Cure all diseases. Tony Chopper's dream is the most impossible of them all. He doesn't just want to cure one illness, he wants to cure every disease in the world. For Chopper, medicine isn't science, it's hope in a bottle. He grew up as a reindeer who wasn't accepted by humans or his own kind. It was only under Dr. Hiraluk that he learned what being a doctor truly meant. Not just treating wounds, but healing hearts. That moment changed everything. When Hiraluk drank poison believing it was medicine, Chopper learned the cruel beauty of dreams, that some people will die chasing them, and others will live to carry them on. Chopper's goal isn't measured in fame or recognition. He wants to create a world where no one has to watch someone they love fade away helplessly, but in the grand line, a world filled with unknown viruses, cursed weapons, and races with unique biology. Curing every disease is a task beyond comprehension. Still, that's what makes Chopper's dream so profound. He's not chasing power, treasure, or adventure. He's chasing understanding. He studies tirelessly, experimenting, learning from every island they visit, from Zoo's unique biology to the bizarre conditions of the new world. Every discovery is another piece of the cure he's trying to create. And it's not just diseases of the body he heals. Every smile he restores, from Nami to Robin to the people he meets along the way, is proof that his dream is already alive, piece by piece. Curing all diseases is a dream that borders on divine. It would require rewriting the entire science of medicine, uniting knowledge from every species, every culture, every climate in the world. But if anyone could get close, it's the little reindeer who believes in miracles because he's lived one. Chopper's dream sits at the very top of the Straw Hat hierarchy of difficulty, a goal so vast it may never be finished. But that's what makes it perfect for One Piece. Because in this story, the value of a dream isn't whether you reach it, it's the journey you take to chase it. And when that snow fell pink against the sky, it wasn't just the end of Hiraluk's dream, it was the beginning of Chopper's. They form the heart of One Piece, proof that no matter who you are, where you come from, or how impossible your dream seems, the world will always make room for those who refuse to stop chasing it.